would you rather be, a wife or a girlfriend? These days, it seems like it doesn't really matter one way or the other. Is there a difference? If so, how big of a difference is there between the wife and the girlfriend? That is what we want to discuss on today's hashtag relationships. We're talking about the business of being married. Sister, we're going in the wrong direction. You are trying to have it both ways. By this, I mean you're the girlfriend, but you act as though you want the same jurisdiction, or that you have the same jurisdiction as the wife. You act as though you are in authority as the girlfriend. You use words like exclusivity, but you're the girlfriend. You try to use words, or you would like to use words like commitment, though you're just the girlfriend. And until he marries you, he might be faithful to you, sister. I grant you that, but until he marries you, then he has not made a commitment to you. I don't say this to belittle your relationship with your boyfriend, but the distinction between wives and girlfriends, for some reason, is being undermined by many women these days who would like to pretend that there is no difference in being his girlfriend as opposed to being his wife. Many of you campaign and you parade around in your pseudo relationship. And by pseudo, I mean it's a pretend relationship, a quasi relationship. He's an alleged boyfriend per se, but you parade around with him as though he's your actual husband, as though you are the actual wife, and that there is no real difference between your relationship as girlfriend and boyfriend and the relationship that involves the titles husband and wife. And I want to talk about the difference today. As a girlfriend, you're more of an imitation wife. Again, this is not to berate you. This is not to put down the degree of affinity that you and your man have for one another. But we have to call it what it is, sister, until you become the wife. You don't have the same jurisdiction and or authority in his life, in his business, unless you are his wife. I want to make it clear that as the girlfriend, you're no more than a caricature of his wife. Your boyfriend is more or less impersonating your husband, and we know that impersonation, by definition, is someone who is pretending to be something that he is not. As a girlfriend, you will never be on the same level as a wife. The margin between the two titles are so far apart, sister, you're better off just not even trying to wear a title until you wear the title or receive the title of wife. Girlfriends, as the French would put it, are more pastiche, a knockoff version, a copy, a simulated version of a real wife. But you, sister, you wear the title of girlfriend, boo and sweetie and ride or die, whatever that means. The one and all these other cliche titles as though they actually mean something, and they don't. If your boyfriend cheats on you, you will hear me say that your boyfriend can't cheat on you, sister, because he's not committed to you. He can, however, lie to you. Your husband, he can cheat on you because without the marriage, then there is no real commitment. There's only one real commitment, and that is found in a marriage. When you break that commitment, then yes, that's cheating. But your boyfriend, if he is not faithful to you, then that means he is lying to you about being exclusive with you. Now, sister, I don't want you to feel as though I am attacking you for being a girlfriend, but by definition, the word girlfriend is temporary. Even if you eventually become the wife, you were temporarily the girlfriend. Either way. I want to make sure that we are clear about hashtag relationships. I'm not here to try to tell you what to do. I'm not here to, it's not about getting married. That's not what hashtag relationships is about. It's about having honest dialogue. It's about understanding what is your position about relationships. What is your perspective on marriage, becoming a wife or having a husband. It's about how we perceive one another as men and women, how we treat one another as men and women, and sometimes how we deceive one another as men and women. Today's topic was intended to break down the distinction between being married and not being married. See, if you will give me a minute to explain the dichotomy, if you will, the contrast, the polarity between a wife over being a girlfriend, let me state for the record, I'm not here to advocate or, as they say, proselytize to convert you into my way of thinking. No, what I want to do is I want to appeal to your common sense, sister. That is what I want to do. I want to put forward this information so that you can see the grave difference between being the girlfriend and not the wife. Unless you're married, you are part-time. You are temporary. There is really no other title other than wife. And you might be better off just not using a title until you receive the title of wife. I want you, sister, if you will, to imagine that your relationship is a child, a third person. Your relationship is a child that needs to be nurtured and attended to so that the child can grow to be strong and healthy and mature. Your relationship is like a child. As the girlfriend, you are no more than the babysitter of the child. It's not your child, and you're only partially responsible for the child for a couple of hours a day or a couple of hours over the weekend. Be here by 7 and you can leave by 11 p.m. When mama comes home, then you can go and hang out with your friends, and you don't have to even think about this child anymore. But mother is full time. Mama, the wife, is full time. She's constantly pouring into the development of the child, the maturation of the relationship, the health of the relationship. Mama has jurisdiction over that child, that relationship. That's her baby. And you, girlfriend, are merely a babysitter. Now, my prayer is that you get what you deserve. But we have to separate the two because they are not the same and they should not be categorized as though they are the same because they are not. Now, is there a difference between girlfriend and wife? Absolutely. Which would you rather be is the question. And remember, I am only here to help. I want for you what I want for myself. I want you guys to be happy. I want you to find happiness. I want you to be healthy. I want you to live a life of longevity and one of fulfillment. You know, above all these things combined, I wish upon you many, many blessings. I am not anti-single people. I am not anti-girlfriend and boyfriend. No, I am pro people who desire to be in a healthy marriage the right way. I give you that degree of honesty. And I'm giving you this degree of accuracy. I am looking forward to your response, and I hope this information has been helpful to you. I have enjoyed sharing it, and as always, my name is Jay Jackson.